What's up, fam? Phillies blowing another save again. I hate it here. Let's get into it.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Left, feet left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah! What the fuck are you talking about?
What's up, fam? It's another edition of Fan Friday. No Tom Arnone this week. It's just Jake Creel, Pete, and John. Got a lot to talk about as far as the Phillies are concerned. Obviously, we'll be getting into some Sixers talk as well.
Breaking news. They suck.
Yep.
Now.
And as I say that, they hit a walk-off.
Really?
Wait, no way. Really? Wait, who hit?
Serious?
I swear to God, just hit a walk-off. Miller just hit a walk-off home run.
Wait, who hit
Brad
it?
Miller?
Brad Miller, yeah. Miller just hit a
Oh, my
walk-off
God.
home run.
Bamboo.
That's hilarious.
Never bet against Bamboo.
Yeah,
All I
but
get down
again,
here is the Tampa Bay Rays broadcast, so I didn't even get to watch.
it still doesn't change the fact that this team stinks. But before we get into it, a quick word from our sponsor. Got to pay some bills real quick. You're looking to buy a home or sell a home, looking for a change or career path or brokerage, contact our guy Alan J. Foy at eXp Realty at 302-682-8820. The phone number again is 302-682-8820. We are also brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by the full potential of hemp, full of extracts and blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. The promo code again is 20. Is A2D to get 20% off at bodycheckwellness.com. We are also brought to you by our Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. If you have any aches or pains, obviously we have football season starting up, so if you got any aches or lingering pains going on, go to the doc. Tell him A2D sent you. Just the best physical therapist in the business, the hands down. But the real reason why we're here tonight,
Philadelphia Union.
it's and again we
To watch John's thumb.
Yeah, the Phillies just I don't know. I don't know with this team.
That's not true.
Yeah, no, you're right, but with the leading up to the poll, before we get to the poll question, actually, the Phillies blow a save in the ninth inning to just have the game saved by Brad Miller with a walk-off home run. But it doesn't change the fact how bad this baseball team is. And if we lost this game tonight, I've been saying it since the Nationals game a couple weeks ago. Joe Girardi has to go. And you have a guy who was here 2 years ago in Gabe Kapler who's killing it in San Francisco with not really a great roster. I'm going to be honest. It's not the best roster, but he's gotten the best out of that team over there. I think they have the second best win record in the MLB right now in the toughest division in baseball. Yep. So that leads up to the poll question. Was firing Gabe Kapler a mistake? The Phillies need to rebuild. Agree or disagree?
It's. You want me to go first, or you want to go?
This is the actual poll question. I clicked the wrong thing. That's my fault.
Go ahead, Pete.
See, obviously, Gabe's doing well, which is good for him. I never disliked Gabe. It's just you had to get rid of him. When reports are coming out that Carlos Santana is swinging at motherfuckers in the clubhouse, that guy's got to go. He's winning, okay? And it sucks, and it doesn't make Girardi look good. And Girardi doesn't make Girardi look good, which is an embarrassment. But when you're seeing stuff like that, and you're hearing all the reports that are going on in that clubhouse, you got to cut bait. Obviously, maybe Kapler could have turned it around, but you just can't let shit like that slide. You had to be accountable, and they attempted to be accountable, but there is no accountability in his organization right now because you're still seeing, obviously, no one's swinging at dudes with baseball bats right now. But you're still seeing ridiculous crap go on, and there's no real accountability in this organization right now.
Johnny?
gonna say I like what Pete said on that. I'm gonna say disagree because it's like hindsight. Like this is a different team than the Giants. It also has to do with more so like you mentioned. In my opinion, the Phillies roster is better than the Giants roster. In my opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
Just not better constructed.
the Giants have shown to be a championship level organization. The way they run things in the past, they have shown that. So, and the Phillies haven't. I mean, you guys know that the people that are older than me know when I say this how true it is. But from 1957 to 2007, the Phillies made the playoffs 4 times. 4 times. So we are not really a successful franchise when it comes to the MLB. But that aside, Gabe, it was definitely the right move to fire him at the time. Like you said, the locker room was completely lost. The players didn't play for him. The media members in this city, whether we want to believe media affects it or not, was hard on Gabe a ton. They wanted him gone. And it was just not a situation where he was going to succeed in. Like, we thought Girardi coming in would change stuff, but it really hasn't. And my thing with, like, firing Girardi is, like, who are we going to get now? Like, the MLB manager pool is really small, and we thought that bringing in an older guy would produce better results, a baseball guy, quote unquote. But I mean, you never know now. I think this team is just it doesn't have something to do with the manager, because managers in baseball don't do as much as people think they do. It's all about the roster, how organizations run, and the Phillies, regardless of who their manager is, I don't think this team is going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with both your guys' points. Hindsight being what it is, like you guys said earlier, it was the right move to let him go. But right now, and I think who said it here in the comments real quick? Yeah, our guy Bryce. It's bigger than Gabe, which is absolutely true.
100%.
It goes to owners.
Benny said exactly what I just said about it doesn't matter who the manager is until the farm system's fixed. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but I
think the farm system's starting to look a little better. Like, I really like some of the guys we produced in the last year or so. Like, and I still believe, like, obviously we're not going to know this for another year to see where we are, because, like, with your Mick Abels and guys like that. But look at the guys that we've reproduced this year. I like Maton. I like Luke Williams. Veerling in his small showing was nice.
I guess.
I mean, I said small showing.
Right. No, I hear you, but I think it's bigger than scouting. I think it goes right up to the top, whether it be the organization, GM, or whoever. Obviously, Dombrowski just got here, so I'm not going to crucify Dombrowski just yet. But I don't know what you do with this roster right now, aside from potentially just clean house. Yeah, but we should be selling. I think we should be selling
your core, and you sell everything that's not nailed down.
All right, so I'll ask this question then, as far as that goes. If we're going to be sellers at the deadline, who are your guys that you aren't moving from? Mine, I know for mine anyway, I'm keeping Nola, I'm keeping Wheeler, and I don't think you can move on from Harper just with his contract. Obviously, he has a no trade clause.
I would even if it was like a 5 or 6 year deal, I would still I want to keep Harper because he's your piece. Like, you need it. We're a Major League Baseball team. You need that superstar to gravitate your team around, and B, that fans want to fucking show up to the ballpark. Like, I'm sorry, no one's showing up to watch a game. I mean, obviously they're not exactly showing up right now, but no one's showing up to watch, like, Andrew McCutchen and, like, as much as I like Rhys Hoskins, no one's showing up to watch just Rhys Hoskins. Like, it's just not happening, man. Like, I'm trading every look. My guys I'm keeping my core. I'm keeping Wheeler unless I get a deal for Wheeler that is like a Herschel Walker,
Fernando Tatis. Like, if they offer you like a Fernando Tatis level prospect, then
yes, okay, that I'm doing that. It's the same thing with Nola. Like, unless I get one of those offers for those two guys, they're staying, and I'm keeping Real Muto and Harper. Like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else.
Because I always think back. Go ahead.
What were you saying, John?
Okay, you want me to finish, or you want to go on your thing?
I'll just go. I always just think back to like the James Shields trade that the Padres made, which looks like an absolute steal. Now, I mean, back then he was an ace, and they traded him from his one amazing year, which is like Wheeler's having a similar year to that. Like Wheeler has been a good pitcher, but he hasn't been like an all-star level pitcher, which he's been this year. And they traded him, and they got Tatis. When was Wheeler an all-star? I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't been.
I'm not saying he's been an all-star. I'm saying he's an all-star caliber pitcher this year.
Oh no, for sure.
This year, no doubt.
This is his breakout.
But you can make an argument he's top 5 to 10 this year, depending on where you look at him.
I saw people say that Wheeler would be third in NL MVP voting.
Yeah, Wheeler has been phenomenal. Like my buddy's a Mets fan. He literally called me up to curse Wheeler out for 3 minutes.
Yeah, he never did this for the Mets.
I'm like, that's how you know your dude is good.
Right.
Yes. I'm going to say, I mean, I really love Bryce Harper. Like he's my favorite player on the team. And, but I'm really scared, honestly. Like he has a no trade clause. It's completely controlled by him and Scott Boras. I'm really scared that he's going to ask out within the next year if nothing changes, because
I'll
play devil's advocate. Where is he going? Who's taking that contract? Like
the Dodgers will take him.
No, they won't.
Not right now.
Yes, they will. They wanted him.
They wanted him.
We say this contract.
They wanted him at
$100
million. They wanted him at $100 million less, and like 6 years less.
The contract's not even that bad because he only makes $24 million a year. That's not even that much considering. Guys.
It's not. You're not just taking it on for like 3 or 4 years. This is like a 7-year commitment.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I still think Bryce can play. I
have no doubts about Bryce Harper. Like Bryce Harper is an all-star / MVP caliber player. I'm not Johnny Marks of WIP where I need to trade them every 2 minutes. Okay, I'm good. Like I know who Bryce Harper is. I know what he brings to the table. He's a leader. He's an MVP caliber player, and he's a star. Like I want a star on my baseball team.
John said it perfectly right here.
The thing about Bryce
the
solo home runs. The solo home runs is not his fault.
That's not Bryce Harper's fault. It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault at all. So keep Bryce Harper. I'd say keep Aaron Nola because I don't think his value is very high right now based off his season. Keep Alec Boehm. Keep JT
Alec Boehm can go.
Because. Well,
I mean,
actually,
I love Boehm, but
I don't know. We might have to.
I can move on from Boehm. I'm fine.
I can move on from Boehm.
What's funny is that before the season started, I said with Alec Boehm, I said before the season started, I wanted to see. Yes, Tom, he's a star.
Tom's insane. Is Bryce Harper a star, though?
He's a star.
Tom is a Bryce critic. He's a Bryce critic. I think that's the best way to put it.
Well,
but
I mean, rightfully so.
I feel like JT. We always say like, all right, keep JT. We just signed him. We might have to think about it if we get a good offer because catchers and contracts. The history, man.
Mm-hmm.
The history is not good.
This is a good one because he was talking about Bryce's solo shots. This is from Mike Cade. Bashing Bryce Harper for only hitting solo home runs is like getting upset with Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman for Thor 2 script being awful.
Yeah. I mean, that was
a good one because I saw that earlier.
Tweeted out the other day by Matt Breen that Bryce in his career has hit 57% solo home runs. So this is nothing new. Same thing with Mike Schmidt. Players hit solo home runs all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mike Schmidt is funny
I don't know
because 90% of his
I trade JT as well, Tom.
I trade JT in a second. I would
because I feel like there are definitely contenders that need a catcher like him that will give you good stuff for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd have to get a pretty good offer to trade JT.
Well, I mean, we're not trading him for like 4-star prospects. It's only 5-star prospects here for JT.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need something nice. Like, I'm not.
And Dennis says it perfectly. Put them all on the block and just see what you can get for them. I'm not against it. Yeah, I'm not against it at all.
You always field offers. You see what's out there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if you're a good GM, yeah, that's absolutely what you do.
I'm hoping that Dombrowski sees what we see and that he realizes this team is not a contender, because beginning of the season, his mindset was this team possibly has enough to maybe make a trade deadline move and then be in the playoffs. Like,
yeah,
that ship has sailed. We need to completely kill that dream and just realize what we are. Because if you don't realize what you are, you lie to yourself. That's when things get even worse.
Mm-hmm. Pulling like a Doc Rivers, like, oh, it ain't that bad. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as everyone says it is. You guys are just saying it's bad.
Everything is fine.
It's bad.
There's just my whole room is covered in fire.
Yeah, just the whole room's in fire. And John, I'm right there with you. When I'm right there with you. When the NHL finals and the NBA finals are over, it's only baseball. It's the worst time of the year. I'm the same way.
I'll be watching
the same exact way,
basketball.
John.
That's not true. You can focus on the Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts MVP race.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'll be watching training camp videos from ESP, and I'll be watching USA Basketball.
Mm-hmm. Well, I understand. My favorite thing is going to be ESP, where he's like, well, you see here, Jalen Hurts was at 70% throwing in practice. Carson Wentz only hit 62% the season before. I don't mean to get everyone's hopes up. It means that Jalen Hurts is going to be an MVP this year.
What a mess.
Yeah, he prides himself
talking about
on
practice,
documenting the practice completion percentage.
Oh yeah, that's what the funniest thing to me is about that is that it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Like they always hype up the backup. Like after Foles' first good season, Sanchez had a few good practices, and they're like, I don't know, it could be Sanchez season.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just like this city has a fetish with backups, and it's just hysterical. It doesn't even matter what sport it is, for whatever reason. Like I literally at one point we suck so bad. I literally made like memes about TJ McConnell being like the greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah. Let's see here. Robert also says Seattle's Mariners. What'd you say? Seattle Mariners fan. I'd like to thank you for JP Crawford. Took some time, but it's starting to pay off. Yeah, sounds about right.
He's been okay. I mean,
he's good. He's not great. Yeah,
he's a great defender, which is what he was for us. But his hitting is up and down. So he's basically.
If we're going, I like what I've seen from Segura the last 2 years over what I've seen from JP Crawford. I mean,
yeah.
Crawford is what he is there as he was here. Like, there's just no difference in a player. He's going to hit 240 to 260, and he's going to be a good defender. That's it.
Exactly, yeah. The nicest thing about the Euros, Benny, is
Segura's like a freaking all-star right now.
No team's invested in it, so I can just watch it for the enjoyment.
Yeah, I'm right there with Benny as far as the Euros and the Gold Cup goes. Because I know the U.S. isn't going anywhere.
Go Italy! They won today, right? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, Italy's like my team because I'm like mainly from Italy, but that's about
it. Are you actually from Italy?
My great grandma was like living.
No. I asked you yourself.
Am I? No, my family is though.
Yeah, okay. Well, you made it. You seem like I'm mostly from Italy. That's not how that works, homie.
I just feel like the saddest thing about the Phillies is that like this town loves the Phillies when they're good, but they just haven't been in so long that like we talked about, this time of year is just
there is nothing like
boring.
like playoff baseball in Philadelphia. There's nothing.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. Yep.
And then
like this, like the town is painted red when it's happening.
I can argue right now the Flyers are a more loved team than the Phillies.
Oh sure,
absolutely. That's even with them having a garbage season. Like
I wouldn't use a Flyers jersey to wipe my asshole right now. like I'm sorry, like they're just not relevant. I rather talk about the Union than the Flyers.
No.
I'll talk about whatever the lacrosse team is over the Flyers.
Philadelphia Wings.
How irrelevant the Flyers are. Yeah, the Wings. Let's talk about the fucking Wings.
Are they back?
The Flyers have a cult fan base.
I'm sorry.
Because I know they went
they'll
out
be
like the
back.
whole that whole
Y'all-
league went out of business for a while. I know that.
Flyers fans have been saying
The
that
funniest
since
thing,
like
Pete, though,
75.
is when you talk to like a. The funniest thing, Pete, is when you talk to the Flyers fans
Coming
about
back,
other
man.
Philadelphia teams. What they say is they are the most critical people
They're assholes.
about other teams. Like if I talk, for example, my dad's a huge Flyers fan. He is always ragging on Joel Embiid for not being the star.
Yep.
But then when I ask him why isn't Ivan Provorov a star defenseman, he'll be like, "Oh, it was just an off year," you know. Like
Oh,
they
no, yeah.
are so
You're right.
they were so
Comes from the
protective.
Flyers.
Yep.
The Flyers are
They are
the new.
so
They're the
protective,
Knicks
man.
of the NHL. They're the Knicks of the
Yeah,
NHL.
Fans are never
Yes.
dissatisfied.
They've
Wow,
had
you're going
like
that
a
far?
few runs here and there, but they haven't been
Last
anything
time
to
we won a
write home
title
about
was
since the
73.
70s.
Yeah.
The last big thing the Flyers did was beat the shit out of some Russians.
Yep, John, I agree with you. Franchise has no direction. Yep, I'm as far as
That's
the
not
Flyers
true.
go.
They
Yeah.
have a direction. It's
Actually,
all
Flyers have a
old
better-
players
well,
and old
the-
coaches.
The Flyers and the Phillies right now have zero direction. Like at least we
Yeah.
have somewhat of an idea what the Sixers' direction is.
Mhm.
But the Flyers and Phillies have zero direction, and the Eagles are just kind of a mystery right now. So
The Flyers have a
it's not looking
direction.
too
They
good
love.
right
They
now
love.
with the four main teams.
Mhm.
The Flyers love their old guys. They love their
mediocrity.
old players.
They love mediocrity.
Coaches. If you worked for the Flyers organization at one point in time, you could possibly be the new head coach,
Yeah. That's so
or they
true.
will hire you.
It's because
They-
they're
like,
run.
they either-
They're run by
I
Comcast
could've-
Spectacor.
Yeah, and they don't have a legitimate owner, so that's a whole other issue in and of itself. But they also love pushing their mascot too. Remember when they were terrible towards the end of the year? They didn't even really watch the game. They didn't
No,
even
that
really
was a
broadcast the
sham.
game. They just
That was a
focused on
sham.
Gritty the entire time. I'm like, what is this? I want to watch the game.
Ironically, when I was a sub, I was friends with the guy who used to be the Phantoms mascot, and he was literally telling me a story about how the Flyers screwed him over out of being the new mascot, and they just gave it to some random dude and made Gritty.
All right. Do we? We were
What
going
am
off
I-
the tangent.
what
Do you have
am I
another? Do you have
correct
another
about?
topic?
Well, what I wanted to ask before we move on,
Yeah.
does Joe Girardi get fired before the end of this season?
No. I think
No.
they're
Say
keeping
no.
him until the end of the season. I think it's
Really?
possible they might keep him even for another season, honestly, because they
Really?
just. I honestly don't. I don't see Joe Girardi getting fired until another year. I really don't,
Wow.
because
I
I
don't-
know
I
how the
see, I
Phillies
don't agree. I
organization
don't agree.
operates. I don't think they're quick to rush Joe Girardi out. I think John Middleton. He talks about spending stupid money and how he's going to do anything that it takes to win. But bottom line is, he'll spend right up to the limit. He doesn't want to go over the salary cap tax.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
once he hits that, he's done. So
Yep.
same thing with Joe Girardi. Why would you want to pay a manager who's not going to be the manager? He's going to wait till the contract expires or close to it.
Pretty much. Yeah. The owner's a
I mean,
joke.
This is
It's-
also true, but they're also run by morons. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
it's just the whole organization's a joke at this point. Like I want to trust in Dom Dombrowski, or Dave Dombrowski, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
yay.
Says Joe hasn't been great, but it
remember
isn't
that
on
time
him.
where every Philly sports fan said they'd give up, they'd have one Super Bowl as long, and they would take it for 10 years of sucking tooth in Philly sports? Hi, we're here.
We are here. Yeah, we're here.
It's horrible. Welcome to the future. This is awful.
I remember it. I
Like-
everyone and their mother's like, I don't care if we suck for the next 10 years, man. We beat the Patriots. It's all freaking worth it.
Yep, I remember.
You can't beat that feeling, though, man. Like,
Oh
you
no,
can't
I
beat that.
hear you. And I was alive for the Phillies championship too. But yeah, no, I hear you. Luckily, at least me and you, John, we didn't have to suffer as long as a lot of other Eagles fans had.
Ironically, the
Yeah.
Eagles parade was much more
Do you know how
accepting
many-
and fan friendly than the freaking Phillies parade.
Do you
Yeah.
know how many times people have said to me, like, you are so lucky that you saw the Phillies and the Eagles win titles within the first 15 years of your life? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just super rare, man.
Oh, John, don't put that in my head, John. Is it possible to have 4 disappointing coaches in all 4 major Philadelphia
Johnny,
sports?
It's
possible, absolutely. And with it being in Philadelphia, yeah, absolutely, it's possible. It's absolutely.
I'm not going to say Doc Rivers is disappointing
one-
until I see it for another year.
If it's like the same result, John,
My
yeah,
goal
absolutely.
in
I'm
my
right there with
life.
you.
My goal in my life is to have watched all 4 teams win a championship. I'm 2 away.
2 away.
I'm only 30.
Yep.
So I'm hoping and praying I can get the 2 out of the way before I croak.
Well, my dad.
But once again, I'm asking the Flyers
49.
to win one.
My dad's
That's going to be the one. I think I'm going to
49,
get the Eagles.
and he has not seen a Flyers championship.
Your
He's-
dad
dad
ain't
saw
getting
the-
it.
Your dad would have seen what, the Sixers, right? He would have seen the
He
Sixers.
saw Sixers.
See,
Sixers.
I think I
Okay.
can get the Sixers one out of the way in like the next 20 years.
When Tyrese Maxey
I
leads
don't
into the
think I'm
title.
going to be able to count on the Flyers.
If Maxey's
Yeah.
here next season, that's the whole other conversation.
I'm not even sure I'm starting Tyrese Maxey next year.
Oh,
What?
here we go. Oh no.
if Ben Simmons is going, you're not.
no.
Well, actually,
Also,
okay.
Bye,
Hold on.
Maxey. I'll see you later,
Oh,
buddy.
Hold on. Well, it depends on who we get for Ben. Are you talking? Are we getting another
We're
guard
going
if we
up
trade Ben or?
For Dame? It's,
If-
you know what
Okay,
time it
yeah,
is?
all right, cool.
Okay, if it's for Dame,
no, I
then
was just
yeah,
making
sure.
sure. I didn't know where
Dame
you were going.
All right, I think we finished the Joe Girardi topic. I've had enough.
Yeah,
of Phillies.
that whole.
It's,
the whole
guys,
Phillies
you know what time it
organization
is?
a joke. What?
It's Dame time.
Oh, listen. If Daryl
It's
Morey can
Dame
pull off
time.
the trade to get Damian Lillard, I'll get his jersey
I will
quicker than
literally-
Chuck's
I
got a
will have
Miles
a
Sanders
nice
jersey.
Silver.
Bro, I'll
Rolex
get
watch.
a Daryl Morey jersey. Hell, the hell with the
Yeah, that's
Daryl
a-
Morey number.
I have
whatever
a,
how old he is.
Yeah.
I have a nice silver Rolex at home.
hmm
I will literally wear my watch because I'm not a watch guy.
I'm not either.
I will wear that watch every Sixers game for the rest of my life that Damian Lillard is a Sixer. I will
Oh, I'm
wear
with
that
you.
watch every game, and I will be every damn time. Dame time!
Oh man,
Can I
I
go
can't
on
get
a
myself
tangent?
too excited
Can I
about
go
it
on a
though,
rant?
because
I
if
wanna
it
go
doesn't
a
happen,
little
we're gonna be
crazy.
so disappointed, man. We're gonna be
For
so
the love of
disappointed.
God, stop telling me Tyrese Maxey is off the table.
I don't get that conversation either. I don't get it. I mean, like,
I'm a Philadelphia
I think-
sports fan, kid. I'm
Look,
used
Daryl
to
Morey-
disappointment.
I mean, I get it because the kid showed talent, but my issue is, and I have an issue with this with the whole Philadelphia sports
He's
fandom in
good.
general.
Here's the
He is
crazy
good.
thing about Maxey. He's very talented, and I like what I've seen.
hmm
He's inconsistent.
hmm
All right, well, he barely. His potential for me is a potentially.
He's very good, but he was inconsistent all year round. He hasn't shown me he's better to start over freaking Steph Curry. Steph Curry was a beast in the playoffs.
Well, Steph Curry, no.
Well, why would you start him over
You
Steph
say
Curry?
Tyrese
Showing me
Maxey
that
could be a
he's-
top 5 player in the league?
No,
No, top 35. I said top 35.
Top 35.
But Maxey showed in clutch playoff situations that he can be
I'm
in
not
there
that.
and be trusted,
I'm not doing
and
that.
that he flat out is better than Ben Simmons in the playoffs. It's just what it
Mhm.
is. He's better.
Yep.
Ben
Well,
Simmons is
he-
atrocious.
But
Yeah,
he's
and
also
Maxey
he
just
also
has that
had
consistent
sports where
motor,
he
too.
wasn't playing well. But that's my issue with Maxey. That's my issue with Maxey. Is there's moments where he's really amazing,
Players sometimes that happens though. Sometimes players
and there's
don't play the best,
and there's
guess
times
what? You
where I
can still
can't even
keep
put him
shooting.
on the floor. That's his issue.
When-
Like I
Yeah, but
actually
it can't
really
on the floor.
like Maxey, and I think he's crazy talented.
You can't put Ben on the floor because if you put Ben on the floor and he starts playing bad, it's an instant
I understand
absolute
that.
disaster.
But if this is 3 years ago, you know what? I'm willing to ride with Maxey. But we're not 3 years ago. This
Honestly, though,
Yeah,
if-
but if Ben starts
if-
playing bad, he can at least give me other things. If Tyrese Maxey's shot isn't falling, he can't give me jack shit. He's not passing the ball well. He's not defending. He's not rebounding.
what I've seen from Ben is
And
that
I'm a
if
big
Ben's
Maxey
not-
fan. I think he can be a star. But I'm sorry. If I can get Damian Lillard to come here.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Let me ask you this. How do I know that Tyrese Maxey isn't just a Jahlil Okafor, just someone who had a really nice rookie season, that's it?
That's just a harsh comparison. Because
he hasn't shown me enough to where I'm like, oh, I can't trade him. That's crazy. This is Damian Lillard. This is Dame time, baby. This is a top 10 player in the NBA.
No one disagrees with you. No one disagrees with you.
No.
Like, I think that's actually like a rational fan about that.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, though, Tyrese Maxey has the second most trade value on the Sixers roster at this point. So if we're not getting Dame and we're going to be trading for, let's say, I'll just throw a name out there. Let's say we trade for Bradley Beal, which I would still give up him for Bradley Beal. But if we were able to keep him, you were saying, I don't know if he would start, right? I would start Maxey at point guard and Beal at shooting guard. That's what I would do.
Here's my thing. And I've been kind of prefacing this.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
My thing is the Sixers have such a short window to win a championship because realistically, Embiid probably has.
Beal could play point.
I would say Embiid probably. What?
Okay, go for it. I'm going to
let you right now, yeah.
But my thing is the Sixers have such a short window to win a championship right now because just look at it this way. Embiid realistically probably has 3 to 4 years at best of just being a dominant player like we've seen this past year. You say 3 to 5? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But the window's short. People saying that they don't want to trade Tyrese Maxey and Matisse Thybulle. I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, we're not playing the sit and wait game to see when we're going to win a championship. We have the window right now in these next 3 to 4 years to win a championship. And if you get Damian Lillard here, I think that really puts us over the top. Now, again, you can talk about, well, what about the bench? We'll talk. That's a whole other conversation that Daryl Morey will have to handle.
Bench doesn't matter.
But if you get Damian Lillard here, I really think that turns you into an NBA Finals or bust contender. That's just me.
I completely agree with you. The point is, I just like to make this to all those fans that are talking about Matisse Thybulle. Yeah, you're right. That pick and roll would be disgusting because. Number one, even if it's not Dame, let's say if it ended up being Malcolm Brogdon, like we're going to talk about soon about the report, having a point guard that can shoot.
So
we've never seen Joel Embiid.
Who's your starting?
We've never seen Joel Embiid with a point guard who can actually shoot the ball. Who's somewhat of a threat. If we had Dame, they cannot double Joel Embiid. They're out there trying to pick him up from as soon as he catches half court. Now, if they do double him, Dame's going to be one-on-one, and he's just going to score on you. So this, I mean, the thought of that duo would be just so good, and it's why I feel like if it's out there and if he's actually going to be on the table, which some people think that he's not even going to leave, Morey will do whatever it takes. And if that means trading your boys, Maxey and Matisse, I'm sorry to tell you, they're going to be playing for Portland next season because Morey understands what it means in this league. You need to have big stars to win. And if you guys want to keep your boys, I love them too, but if you want to keep those players, they're young players, and keep ending up
Morey
in the second round
is a shark.
Be my guest because second rounders, I've had enough of it. And so should
I
mean, how many times in a row? How many times in a row, man?
Oh no, I hear you. We're all frustrated with it, but would you say it's Dame or bust this offseason? If it's not Damian Lillard, then
I don't think it's Dame or bust. I think it's Ben Simmons out or bust. If they don't get a deal that makes the Sixers better and Ben Simmons is off the team, then we really messed up. There's no chance that you can't. I mean, there's no way you can bring back the same team. There's absolutely no way. It would be a crucifiable.
I get what people say. Like, I understand you want to keep these guys.
Pete just keeps cutting out.
It's whatever, man.
No.
Yeah, but if you bring back Ben Simmons, man, you've lost the fan base. You just can't bring him back. You got to take the best deal that you can get and cut ties. You just got to do it.
Yep.
And if Malcolm Brogdon is what you get back, that's better than having Ben Simmons in the playoffs. No one can tell me otherwise.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
The only way you do that to me is if you somehow like massively improve the bench. Like it's like the only way I can possibly think about it. But
I mean, let's say they throw in Karis LeVert and Malcolm Brogdon and the 13th pick. Then I'm saying, all right, you know what? We may have a deal here.
I don't really give a shit what the fan base wants.
And that's the question. That's going to be the question
it's not,
too.
Because Brogdon can't stay healthy.
Yeah, but I'd rather have a guy that's shown he can be productive compared to what Ben gives us in the playoffs. If
I'd rather have the issue of him not being healthy, but he's a good player.
Right, see, okay, now that's a little bit more tempting. That's a more interesting trade. Okay, that's one I'm willing to have a conversation about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's talking about when I said Karis LeVert with Val.
Because Karis LeVert, Brogdon, and the 13th pick. Now that's a better trade package.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I just don't. I love the Dame talks, but I really can't say that I believe it until I see an actual trade request because he's been so loyal to that fan base. I just don't know if it's really going to happen. And man, it's going to be a long off season. I really hope that Ben Simmons trade.
See, I'd be interested in that. But like, you need a star package. You can't just be like, well, we're going to trade him for like role players.
Yeah, no, that won't happen. I mean, I really just hope that the Ben Simmons trade sweepstakes can be done at least on draft night or before draft night because if it carries out into training camp, man, it's going to be so tiresome. I just want to have the team set that we can work with. Who did? Is he talking about Dame?
I think he was talking about, look at Ralph. Team's coming to LA.
Okay,
relax. Yeah.
The LA Laker fans, man. I know so many LA Lakers fans. This is literally this is how they act. Kyle Kuzma sucks when he's playing in the season. Kyle Kuzma sucks. But then as soon as a star player gets available, let's throw them Kuzma, a first-round pick, and KCP. That'll do it. I mean, they act like
I mean, the sooner this gets done, the better. I just don't want to be going all the way until August, September dealing with this.
Right. And like John said earlier, it's still so early. It's still so early. So you're going to hear about more offers that come down the pipeline. Apparently,
Ralph,
the Timberwolves want him
the package
badly.
I'm sorry that
I think Pete's out again. But John says there's no way you bring Ben back. He would be the only player.
And Horton Tucker or whatever his name is.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, no, yeah. I hear you there. But yeah, no, John, I agree with you. There's no way they can bring Ben back. I don't know how the marketing team can pull it off. I don't know how the coaches can.
Who on the Timberwolves would you even take though? Yeah, I don't know.
Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves, yeah. I don't.
I would only do it if they're giving me Anthony Edwards. Other than that, no.
They don't really have it. Up there. There he goes. There goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
I was gonna say because he was like 30 seconds behind us. It felt like. But
yeah, he was talking topics that we passed by already.
Yeah, right, like a minute ago. But yeah, I don't know who's really available. I don't want. I mean, Anthony Edwards, okay. He doesn't do anything.
He doesn't help us win a title, though, man. He doesn't help us win a title. As a second-year player.
Yeah, I'll take Edwards. I'm not against Edwards by any stretch. I don't know. But like you said earlier, John, it's still so early. We're going to hear – apparently there's a lot of teams, quote-unquote, that are interested in Ben. But we'll see.
I don't doubt that. I feel like there's going to be at least 18 teams in the league that are going to try to get him.
Oh, sure. And with me, when it comes to the NBA, I don't care about draft picks. That's just my opinion. I really don't care because to me, draft picks don't really mean much unless you're talking about like a top 5 pick. Yeah, top 3, top 5 pick, and especially with this draft this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
honestly, the Sixers and draft picks. If you're offering Sixers a draft pick at this point, you got to understand, it really does nothing for them. You have a better off job of getting a 3-team trade where that draft pick can be turned into an asset that can be given to the Sixers, because if it's not, even so, like we say, if it's not top 5, these are rookie players. If we're getting a main asset is a third, let's say our main asset in the trade, we trade him to the Cavaliers and they give us the 3rd overall pick and Kevin Love. Let's say we get that, right?
Excellent.
That right there, the 3rd overall
Sexton.
pick is going to be Jalen Green, like Colin Sexton, Jalen Green, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris. That team is a 2nd-round exit. Like, I hate to say it, but it is.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But they already said in the report earlier today they want an all-star caliber player in return for Ben Simmons,
which is not Sexton. So.
Yeah, no, which is not Sexton at all. But I mean, again, I like Sexton. I like him a lot. But if you're talking all-star caliber player, as far as like a Dame Lillard type or any other kind of all-star type guard, I don't know. I mean, Daryl Morey's really going to have to outdo himself in this Ben
Kevin
Simmons
Love's
deal.
an all-star caliber player.
Oh my God! Yeah, a couple years ago.
I actually believe in Kevin Love, and I feel like if he was put in a situation where he was motivated, he could be a contributor.
To actually win. Yeah,
Griffin.
no, absolutely.
We saw it with Blake
I feel
Griffin,
like he would. I love Kevin Love. I feel like he would be a great mentor here, and he would be a great spokesperson for mental health and everything else in the city of Philadelphia. And I think people would just love him here.
Yeah.
But like my thing is, if I'm going all out and I'm trading Ben Simmons to like a place like Cleveland, I want Colin Sexton, I want the number 3 pick, whatever, and whatever else you want to give me, I'll take. And if I have to take Kevin Love's god awful contract, let's do it, baby.
I feel like if you want the 3 and Sexton, you're gonna have to take the contract. So
cool. I don't care.
To balance it out, you're gonna have to.
It would be a big thing. Not only that, I could use that to get other guys. I don't need to keep that pick.
Yeah.
That could be a 2-fold trade, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know because, again, like I said earlier, Daryl Morey's going to have to get really, really creative. But it's still early, so maybe.
Here's what you do. You go in you go down to Portland, and there's this guy here who hits like 80-foot shots and who shoots daggers and who ruins people's fucking lives. Yeah. I want that guy. Or we can go get that guy in Washington. I really like him too.
I think that the Sixers, I'm at a point with them in the Ben Simmons like trade talks that I really wasn't with the past regime. Now that we have Morey, whatever deal that he does, I'm going to think is the right deal, and I'm going to stick by that until I see it on the court fail, because I feel like he's so good at what he does that if he traded Ben Simmons for Malcolm Brogdon and the pick, if that was the deal, then I'm going to think, okay, there's no way that he could have gotten anything better, because he went through all of the options before he took that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm different in that. If I'm trading Ben Simmons and that's all I get back, I'm going to be like, why? You might as well just kept him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you.
No, because I'm tired of watching him, man. I'm tired of watching every year.
I don't care. I don't care. Like what? Like the 13th.
You want to be the Ben Simmons show every year again?
The 13th pick in like 30 games of Malcolm Brogdon a year at like $25 million a year just doesn't tickle my fancies.
You know how exciting it would be to finally have a pick and roll point guard in this building again?
Oh my God!
What, for like all 20 games?
Something we haven't had for Allen Iverson, man. Like Damian Lillard.
If you want to say
Damian Lillard experience in this city would be an Allen Iverson 2.0 type of stuff. It would be a show, man. It would be literally.
I want that show. That's a worthy show. Bradley Beal is a worthy show.
I wouldn't be against Bradley Beal either.
The 13th pick does nothing for me. It doesn't really make my team that much better.
Yeah. Now, if we could somehow, theoretically, if theoretically we don't get Dame, I wouldn't be against getting Westbrook and Beal. but I know that's going to happen.
I want no parts of Westbrook.
You don't want Westbrook? I wouldn't mind Westbrook.
My friend is, as I say this every week, my buddy's related to him. He don't want him on his basketball team. Like, I understand that. That's his family. He don't want his ass here.
If Westbrook,
we go to cookouts and we clown his ass.
I mean, listen, if we needed to take on Westbrook to get Beal, I'm doing it. But I don't like Westbrook as a player.
I don't like him as a player. I don't like him as a leader.
No, I'm fine with him as a leader, man. Honestly, he's a good dude. Like,
well, the type of player he is. The type of player he is too.
He's a selfish asshole.
Yeah, but like the type of player that he is, he fits in the city so well. Because I know fans will love him because he gives 110%. He works his ass off and he leaves it all on the court every day, and fans are going to love that. So I just know how the Sixers would market Russell Westbrook.
I don't need the guy who's fighting with dudes on Zoom. Or we're down 30 and he's like, guard me.
We don't. Yeah. This is the problem. Pete doesn't like guys who tell you how hard they work. Example, Jimmy Butler. He doesn't like those guys. Because here's the thing. Hardworking dudes don't talk about it. My dad's been busting his ass since he was 15 years old. And my dad will never tell you how hard he works. You want to know how my father tells you how hard he works? He comes home with blood, sweat, and tears. Real men Jimmy Butler
don't tell you how hard they work.
I think Jimmy Butler is more of the kind. Jimmy Butler is more of the kind that tells you. Yeah, honestly,
he doesn't like anyone.
Well,
I'm damn right, Andy. Damn right. I don't like any motherfuckers. I'm an asshole.
He hates on these dudes like Jimmy Butler and Westbrook, who all
because Jimmy Butler's a giant.
Let me finish. All he does is he doesn't like Jimmy Butler and Westbrook, who give it their all on the court, but he loves to support Ben Simmons. Before this happened, he was all about supporting a guy who never put in any work.
What do you mean? What do you mean he didn't put in any work? It's ridiculous.
Where's the work?
Put in work.
Remember when Joel Embiid had a full year?
There is no look.
And
there is something going on with Simmons.
Bro.
That's a mental thing, dude. That's a mental thing. You can work until the cows come home. It doesn't matter. Like if it's up here, you ain't doing shit. Like I can shoot 6,000 free throws a game or a day in practice or whatever. If I'm fucked mentally, I'm done.
Yeah, to me, it just shows that Ben just doesn't want to be. That's just my opinion. He doesn't want to be here.
He doesn't,
because we heard reports. Yeah, and I've said it a million times. I've been saying it since he's been here. I've said it since I've been with the company. He's been coddled his entire life. He's been told he's been great. LeBron's told him he's been great since high school. Everyone's been telling him he's been great. And if you get told you're great your entire life, be like, oh well. If I'm great, I'm a max money player. I've made the All-Star game.
Not everyone is LeBron. Like I hate to tell people.
Oh no, I hear you.
No, what I mean is that LeBron got told at 16 years old, "You're the next Michael. You're on Slam magazine. You are the chosen one." And he rose up. Not everyone is like that. It sucks.
Pete's dad's Hulk Hogan. Say your prayers and take your vitamins.
What you gonna do, brother? When I beat your ass?
Appreciate the super chat though, John. I appreciate it. But no, Bryce, I'm telling you right now, I expect this to happen. Just because it's Philadelphia, I expect it to happen.
I completely expect at least.
As soon as Ben Simmons leaves the 215 area code, he's gonna be a top 5 player.
I'll literally be doing A2D. I'll literally be doing A2D on Fridays from a mental institution. If that's what happens, and he average, like I know Tom doesn't think it. But, like, if that's what he does, he averages, like, 30, 10, and, like, 15, like, on another team, I'll be in a mental institution, just be like,
I expect it. I expect it to happen. Wherever he goes.
It's the silliest thing ever.
Wherever he goes.
Yeah, wherever he goes, man.
It doesn't matter. I'm convinced. Wherever he goes. And it's going to be a thorn in our side forever. And we're going to be talking about it 2 to 3 years after he leaves. We're like, wow, could you imagine how many championships we would have won if he did that here? Oh, my God.
I can just Scott Rowland 2.0, baby. Terrell Owens.
I'm just waiting for that opening night game where we play the team that he's on, and he wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare to shoot a 3. If he shoots the 3, bro,
you know he's going to.
Not only is he going to shoot a 3, it's going to be a 40-footer.
Oh yeah, he's gonna pull a full Trey
He's
Young
gonna
from
step
half court.
on that logo like no one's business.
I'll literally put a
God
hit
damn
out
it,
on
Ben!
him. Dude,
You sucked so bad,
I'm calling a hitman, bro, and I'm getting this guy out. I just can't.
bro. Ben Simmons sucked so bad that Mark Zumoff said, "Fuck this, I'm gone."
leaving.
No, literally. Like,
Are you understanding?
Yeah.
He made
He took-
Zumoff
he took-
retire.
He took Zoom off from us, bro. Like, that's the worst part
Yeah.
of it, man.
I forgot about that too.
Like, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna miss Zoom off.
I'm gonna be a little disappointed. I'm gonna be very disappointed if we do get Dame for this aspect, that we won't hear Zoom off calling the game with him in it, bro.
Oh my
'Cause-
God, yeah.
Who's
You know
gonna replace him? That's what I'm interested in.
Tom McCarthy, watch.
I'm
It's
hoping.
Tom
No,
McCarthy.
hell no.
It's-
Hell no.
You can't get rid of Allah though. Like you need to
I'm
keep
hoping,
Allah.
but
Like
they're
he's
gonna,
the only.
Yeah, you have to. Yep.
they're gonna keep Allah, but they experimented with Tom McGinnis, who does the radio for 97.5.
No,
a few
God
games.
no.
I
I don't
Tom
hate.
McGinnis. He
I don't
does a
hate
really
him.
good
It's
job,
not
bro.
a terrible.
He does a good
option,
job.
yeah.
No, he's fine, but like I
You need that. You need
better for.
You need that high energy guy to compliment Allah. That's what you need. You need that high energy guy.
Yeah, well,
I
McGinnis
don't
is
know.
very high.
And I
energy.
don't know. If
Yeah,
he
but he's
can
more
do
of
that
like
for the
kinda-
whole game.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he can keep it up for a whole game.
Like he can
Jamal
do it
did.
like by himself when he's like on the radio every once in a while, but it's just
Mhm.
like I don't know if he can do that for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. Oh, Bryce.
It's gonna be tough to
It-
fill his foot.
Br-
Yeah, Wentz is going off this.
Bryce, if that
Also-
happens, I'm winning my MVP bet. That's perfectly
Also,
fine with me.
If you're bashing Carson Wentz because he's saying he's fighting through mental shit, screw you. I don't care if you like him or dislike him. God forbid he wants to get better mentally. Like God forbid he admits he's dealing with shit and he
Mhm.
dealt with shit here and he had to be quiet about it because that's not cool. That's not what we like our athletes to be. Grow up and get a pair.
My only issue with, and again, I don't have an issue
Yeah,
with
I
the
mean-
mental health thing because everyone has mental health stuff. I get it. I understand it. My only issue is that he's playing the ex-girlfriend card to where if you look at him on social media, he was never on social media when he was here. But since he's been gone, he's been posting everything. He's been taking selfies on his bobcat. He's like, look at
He's
me,
great.
I'm cutting
He's
my
happy
lawn.
now.
Oh, I know.
Well, yeah.
And I just
well,
see it.
remember.
I just see it.
Remember.
I'm like, wow, it really was true. He was
You
not
know
happy
what?
here at all.
I can actually pinpoint when I knew that Carson Wentz wanted to leave. When he's posting shit about having a kid, and all the comments is "fuck you, play better."
Oh, really? There was, yeah, that
Exactly.
doesn't-
Oh yeah,
that
he
doesn't
posted a
shock me.
Father's Day selfie last year, and they're
That
like,
doesn't
"Oh,
shock
fuck you, stop throwing interceptions." I'm like,
That doesn't shock me at all.
just get the fuck over it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sometimes things are better than football. Like, I hate to tell you, like, it is what.
Yeah, but
Honestly, though,
I
that
hope he does
compare-
well, but we'll see.
People that compare Carson to Ben Simmons are clueless because
No,
Ben
it's a completely
Simmons
different.
Carson
never-
Wentz
Ben Simmons was
gave-
never
Carson Wentz
as good as
gave
Carson Wentz. He
everything
couldn't
he-
touch Ben Simmons' shoes.
No,
Or Ben Simmons
not
could
even
touch Carson
close.
Wentz's shoes.
No, not even
Carson
close.
Wentz gave you everything and anything he could possibly bring out,
Mhm,
and it wasn't good enough. For 3 years, it wasn't good enough.
mhm.
Everyone and their mother, oh, he sucks. He's not good. Nick Foles this. Jalen Hurts that.
Mhm.
For 3 years, he wasn't good enough for whatever reason. And
Yep.
everyone in this and their mother, from ESP to Joe Giglio to the rest of those losers
Ugh.
in the media, tried to run him out of town. And even Joe Giglio and his, the Eagles will be better in 5 years than the Colts. Yeah, cool beans. The Colts have a, let me see, top 10 coach, top
John,
5
Jesus
Get the hell out of
Christ.
here.
I can't stand Joe Giglio, bro. Whenever Joe Giglio,
John, don't get
and-
mad because he's prettier than you. Don't get mad.
Look, listen. I mean,
You're not Ginger
Other-
Jesus. I'm sorry.
some other like WIP like people like I can laugh at them, but I can also keep them on the radio because sometimes they do
Marks.
make some ideal points. Like even the James Seltzer and ESP thing, which I
I like
unfortunately
Seltzer.
get
I don't like ESP.
stuck with that.
ESP.
I sometimes get stuck with that. When ESP doesn't talk about Carson Wentz, he's fine. But
Yeah.
But the thing is, like Joe Giglio, I've never heard.
Oh,
this
he's a
guy
clown,
make
ass
good-
clown.
I have never heard Joe Giglio ever make a good take about Philadelphia sports.
He was
Never.
making COVID jokes during the Phillies season. And I'm just like, this is the guy that you want to You want to talk to her about how intelligent he is? I don't think so.
But my only and I'm
He
not
said
defending
trade
it.
Joel Embiid. He wanted to trade Joel Embiid last year.
Well, there's that guy in every city though, and those are the guys that just really go for clicks or go for the outrage.
He's not even like a real Philly guy. He's just a New York guy.
He's a New York guy. That's what he is. A New York guy.
So he was Spike Eskin?
I forgot he went to
Spike is staying around, bro, man. I'm gonna miss Spike.
Well, Spike kept saying shit, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't say that." And then there's like 15 pages worth of notes that says he said it.
Oh yeah,
but here's the thing. And I said this last year, because here's the thing. I have no issue being wrong. I was wrong about Ben Simmons. I'm cool with that. I made some takes last year about Cam Newton, and I said he's not going to be good. I didn't know if he was going to be able to fit the Patriot way or whatnot. Yeah, you know what? He can go cry in his $100 million contract. That's probably, guess what? It's probably warm and lovely. Also, his wife is hot as shit, so good for him.
I won't go that far. She's okay. She's okay. Not a fan.
All right. Do we have another topic we want to move on to?
It's basically just Phillies and Sixers because that's really all that's going on right now. The Phillies are a mess. Yep. Ben Simmons he might be here next year. Knowing how Philly sports works, it wouldn't shock me. And Doc Rivers will be like,
for John.
Doc Rivers will be like, oh, he was texting me the offseason. He said he was working a lot and doing great, and he's enjoying his new house in California. Oh my God!
Well, I mean, we love when Jimmy Butler does it. Why can't we love it when Ben Simmons does it?
I'm waiting for the Ben Simmons videos to come out, and everyone's just overreacting. I can't wait.
It's why
look, he's shooting again.
Like people are really hyping up Jalen Hurts because he's like, oh my God, watch him throw to Devonta Smith with no pads on and everything and shorts. And I'm like,
yeah, in an open field.
Are you serious,
no defenders,
man? I'm like, literally, Ben Simmons tricked us for 3 years with this shit. Get out of here. Let me watch Mr. 1-3 and 53% completion percentage do it in like real games.
You know what the sad thing is about the Ben Simmons videos, man? I literally this year, and we will all forget about this because of how long it seems. But before this season, I had never believed any videos from him. I was like, all right, show me the game. But when I saw the videos of this offseason of him doing James Harden step back threes, of him doing post fades, I'm sorry, I bought it, bro. I bought it. And
Don, have you seen the girl he's with? I'd be working harder in London too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought it, man. And then when he hit the three,
I did too. The first year
against Orlando this season, no one remembers that, but he hit a few threes actually, like in the beginning of the year, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, once his confidence goes, everything goes away.
Yeah,
that's why I tell everyone it's not ability, it's mental. It's all mental.
Yeah, that's all fine and good, but guess what? We know how this guy works, P, and it's never changing.
But if you had any brains as an organization, you'd be getting this dude, a psychologist. You'd be doing what you needed to do.
He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that.
I don't know.
Who cares about what he wants? You own you basically you own the rights to do whatever fuck you want with him. That's
not really how the NBA works, though. Like the Rich Paul being his agent factor is huge when it comes to decisions. Yep. He makes his own decisions. He picks his own trainers. He picks his diet. The Sixers don't have that much say in what he's going to be doing as far as, like, if the Sixers said get a counselor, he's going to say F you.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it,
he'll just be like, okay, and he won't do it. But it's not even mental. I don't think, Pete, because if he cared enough, he would have worked on his game more. He would have done this, that, and the third. And we've been saying this for 5 years. It's the same. Basically, it's the same circle jerk every single year. It's the same
matter anymore because we're trading him. We're getting Damian Lillard, so nothing else matters.
I hope that's the case.
It's Dame time.
I pray every day for that. I have Dame time in a Sixers uniform on my phone.
I literally see your dumb little tweet every day.
I look forward to your countdowns every day.
I'm not watching this for
if you want to follow along.
That's all I'm going to say.
If you want to follow along with me while I tweet every single day that Ben Simmons is still on the Sixers, go ahead and do it.
I look forward to it.
All right, I got one for you. You should every day. You shouldn't shave until Ben Simmons gets traded. I'm calling that right now.
Shouldn't shave.
You shouldn't shave until Ben Simmons gets traded.
I like that.
Man.
That's a good one. Come on, that's a great one. Like, way
That
to
is
show
a
you
good one.
pride
That
for-
is a good one. That is a good one, and I might actually do that. But the thing is, Daryl, this better not be for another 100 days because I cannot keep going on with. I have an Instagram account too. I have an Instagram account that's called daily.trade.bensimmons. Okay, you can follow it if you want. I have an Instagram account. It's gone for 15 days
I
now.
don't.
I
Why
can't
don't
go
you start
100
an
days,
Instagram
man.
account
I
that
can't
just
go 100
says
days.
John's Beard Watch.
Mm-hmm.
You better be looking like me at the end of this.
The problem is, man, like this side looks good, but then this side it gets real patchy. So it's just
I don't
weird.
really give a shit. It sounds like you're not showing dedication to Damian Lillard. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but if you ever want to handle any of your grooming needs, just use promo code A2D at Manscaped. Get yourself 20% off. Promo code A2D. Great line of products. You got your trimmers, you got your foot sprays, they even got colognes for you.
Get it smelling all nice and pretty.
Smell good, smell great, look good, feel good. Like Deion Sanders said, you look good, you feel good, you play good. So it's a no-brainer. Use a promo code A2D to get yourself 20% off of Manscaped. Phenomenal products. Benny, I saw that comment. I appreciate it. That's why I used the plug. That's exactly why I did it. But yeah, no. Again, if we do keep Ben Simmons, and I've been saying it for years, I hope he. See, I can't even say it. Like, I hope he turns the page, but I know it's not going to happen.
Obviously,
and I'm just going to be.
Everyone wants this to be the thing where it's like, oh, you got humiliated, and this is what wakes you up, and this is what unleashes the sleeping giant. But we know it's not coming.
The 1 point game was pretty humiliating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
Also, I'd like to bring this up, and I doubt this is going to happen, but I saw an NBC Boston reporter tweet today that he would love to trade Jaylen Brown straight up for Ben Simmons. I hope Brad Stevens is watching and listening, bro. Because if we got that, it's a robbery.
Nah.
I'll take Jaylen.
It's a robbery.
I like Jaylen Brown. I'm not doing. I'm not sending Ben Simmons to Boston because I literally have nightmares for the next 10 years about what will happen.
Oh, there's no doubt, Pete.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, Ben Simmons will literally win 2 MVPs, 3 rings, 3 Finals MVPs.
He'll make
and
Boston
somehow
relevant
end
again.
up in like top 20 in every fucking category. It's
That's
like you're literally writing a 30 for 30.
I need to send him. I'm hoping that we can send him to Minnesota in like a 3-team
Cool. I'm not
deal
sending him to Boston.
I'm hoping.
No.
I'm hoping that's what we end up doing because I see a bunch of Minnesota 3-team deal concepts where we land Lillard and then Ben goes to Minnesota and.
So I was saying this earlier while I was being choppy, but I'm like, who even in Minnesota would you take that's not the rookie?
Yeah, me and John talked about it earlier.
I take Malik Beasley, but he's not like a player anywhere close to Ben's value. No, not straight up. But like in a deal, if I'm talking about players I want from their roster, he's one of them.
Can I just say Towns just so I can go full crazy?
No. Towns and Embiid.
I want
they
Towns
like
and Embiid as teammates.
No.
That would be terrible.
It would be, but I would literally watch every second.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I mean, we'll see. The off season. I mean, it's not even really the legit off season yet, so there's still a lot of moves to be made.
Good watch.
The draft's coming up soon, so I think when is the draft? It's this month, right?
The draft is the 29th of July.
That's what I thought. Okay, so
it's exactly 4 weeks away.
Okay, so I'll leave off with this. Does Ben Simmons get traded before the NBA draft?
No.
Okay. I really want to say yes, but I'm going to say no. I really don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
Because of the fact that I feel like they're going to wait till the last possible second so they can get all the offers in. Mm-hmm. I hope that the draft is like a deadline that they're thinking so that if they do end up taking a draft pick, they can have their choice of the player before someone else picks it.
Right.
But I don't know, man. It's tough. I was shocked that the Boston Kemba trade happened even when it did. It was like the second round.
Well, Kemba, I know for a fact he's not staying in OKC. They're going to use him as a trade piece.
Of course,
that has written on the wall.
Draft picks.
Oh, Like they don't have enough.
They have all the picks. Like, don't they own like every?
They need
pick
to
in the
trade.
draft?
They need to trade a lot of those picks and move up to the top 5 of the draft every year because
Right.
drafting a bunch of players, like you can't have all these rookie contracts on your team. You're just going to be cutting players for no reason.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know what I think. They're set up to have a really good draft, and the draft this year is loaded.
They
Loaded
got the
draft,
6 and the 18.
and they have more ammunition that they can play with. So
They could literally trade for like 6 different players in the first round this year.
if they wanted to, sure.
If they wanted to, they could trade for every pick in the first 10 10 picks.
Yep.
They could literally leave the draft with the top 10 picks and still have another 20 picks left over.
Yeah. But you guys got anything else before we wrap up here?
No.
Nope, my phone's about to die. So this is a good idea.
Yeah. Perfect timing. But real quick, guys, before I forget, actually, let me see if I can find it. Oh no.
Do I think I know what you're going to be talking about?
I was going to bring up the show tomorrow, yes.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you, my friend. I already know where it's at, everything. Calm down, Skippy. Tomorrow night, right here on A2D Radio, it will be in this very ring, but it will not be talking about wrestling. No! For the first time in a long time, and we've been talking about it, it's been amped up, everything like that. We will finally be doing our Star Wars show tomorrow night, right here on In This Very Ring. Actually, about 24 hours from now, if you really think about it.
My nipples are getting hard just thinking about it.
It's going to be me. It's going to be Princess Leia himself over there, Chuck, Pete, Butters, the whole In This Very Ring gang. We're going to be there, and it's going to be the most in-depth, nerdy conversation on the planet. Guys, this is not one you want to miss. It is brought to you by our friends over at Fuel the Geek. So enjoy it. Jake, you're a crumb. I'm out.
Love
Jake,
you.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Not be wearing the
I cannot
bikini?
wait.
I just want to know.
It's gonna. I mean, you'll have to watch it Sunday or tomorrow night to find out.
I cannot wait. I just like to point this out before we leave the show.
I will beat your ass.
You can have this as a debate topic ready.
I will beat
this
your ass.
This is a Star Wars take that gets people very riled up.
I'm gonna
right?
beat
Lord,
you
here
up.
we go.
Revenge of the Sith is a top 3 Star Wars movie.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
Jake.
Wow.
Jake.
That's not bad.
I'm going to butters this kid right now.
Okay.
Yep.
He went home. All right.
This is what happens when you say stupid shit when I'm on the air.
He's not. It's Revenge of the
Also-
Sith. It's fine.
Revenge of the Sith is a top 3 movie because of the fact that it's so pivotal to the entire story that
I'll give
it's
him
like-
that.
Just come hang out
like
with us tomorrow, Chuckles.
It's better than New Hope. New Hope sucks ass.
I want to see both of you in the comments tomorrow.
well-
Jake, I'm out.
All right, Andy.
See ya. Although
That's
the
Andy
new
Ritter
Star
from
Wars
In This
movie-
Very Ring. You can check him out every Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all your wrestling needs. He's got you covered, him and Butters. They do a great job over there. But before we leave, got to pay a couple bills real quick. We're brought to you by eXp Realty, our guy Alan J. Foy over at eXp Realty. You're looking to buy or sell a new home, looking to change a career or brokerage, contact our guy Alan J. Foy at eXp Realty at 302-682-8820 or visit him at alan.foy@exprealty.com. We're also brought to you by BodyCheck Wellness. BodyCheck Wellness is a line of products that promote balance and recovery using the full potential of hemp. They also come in blends, gummies, and topicals. Let's see. I got one more here for you real quick. Oh, yeah, right. Our membership. $9.99 a month. And especially, guys, right now is the time to sign up because our guy, Nate Moss, over at Money Pop Podcast, he's going to be giving you guys his picks, his gambling picks for tomorrow. So, obviously, $9.99 a month. It's not that bad when you're making a couple extra $100 in a weekend. So, I'm just saying, you're going to make your money back over this weekend. I'm promising you that right now. You'll make your money back over the weekend. It's full of great benefits. You get discounted merch. You can come on shows with us. And we're getting so much more. It's going to be huge. But guys, as always, Tom Arnone should be back next week. But as of right now, Jake Friel, Pete, and John, we'll catch you guys back on another episode of Fan Friday next week. Later, guys.